Afghan means monkey in German, and pinscher means terrier. Thus, Afghan pinscher means monkey dog. Small in structure and strong-willed, they were originally used to rid granaries and kitchens of small rodents. They are intelligent and inquisitive, neat but shaggy with bold personalities. This is Affenpinscher, number 12.
One thing we have to discuss when we're talking about the toy group is we talked about function a lot in the hound group. This is more about the type features that make up what we call breed type. So all of these little features, the way their nose is placed, their eye, their expression, their coat texture in a lot of the coated breeds.
And this
really
is
important.
A 2-year-old female named Tax Time, and that's what, not too far away. So
it's coming up.
Yeah, get your accountant, get ready for that. Can you deduct your dog as a dependent? I know. Oh, he's a little spicy.
Little devil, yeah,
She's
devil.
Spicy there.
Mustache little devil out there.
The Beaver Terrier was developed in Germany in the 1980s. This whimsical toy breed is lighthearted, intelligent, and amusing. An elegant, long-haired dog with a breed signature ponytail, its fun-loving, childlike attitude makes him a devoted and loyal companion. This is Beaver Terrier, number 32.
So you just saw the handler pick the dog up, and what she was doing, there's some breeds that have requirements on the pads and feet, some have disqualifications. So she was checking for correct coat color and pigmentation.
And from Belarus, but in California is the home state, and you know the Forbes, they did research, Forbes advisor on the most spoiled dogs in California. It's home to the highest percent of dog owners who push their dog in a stroller.
Well,
almost half.
If I come back as a dog, I want to live in California.
Almost half. Well, I hope the governor there doesn't tax their mileage.
Right.
The Brussels Griffon is named for the capital of Belgium, where it was first developed. There are 2 coat varieties, the rough that is similar to most hard-coated terriers and smooth like that found in the pug. These little dogs, popular here since the turn of the 20th century, are devoted and intelligent companions. This is Brussels Griffon, number 20.
Kind of a unique shape. And about 12 pounds when they...
Well, you picked up right on it. They're robust, so they're not as light as some of the other toy dogs, and we always want to see this nice Springer rib and a little more boning than what you'll see in, say, a Chihuahua. And they come in 2 coats, so this is the smooth coat, and then you'll see the rough coat as well.
Kind of an upright glance.
These glamorous little dogs are bred strictly as companions and historically were known as comforter spaniels. Favorites in the court of English royalty. They are ideal, gentle family pets, bred to be sound as well as beautiful, happy, and eager to please, and to make perfect therapy dogs. This is Cavalier, King Charles Spaniel, number 17.
Well, the crowd loves the Cavalier. And you know what's great about this breed is, even in the standard, we talk about predictability in purebred dogs, and the standard calls for if they cannot have any shyness in the breed, or they're not even to be considered for a ribbon. And you can see this typical spaniel behavior with the wagging tail, always happy and merry.
Lindsey Vonn, the Olympian, owns a Cavalier King Charles Spaniel named Chance.
The origin of the Chihuahua is a mystery, with guesses from Mexico to Egypt, Sudan, and Malta. Probably originated in Asia and came to Mexico in very ancient times. This is the smallest of all purebred dogs, clever, gigantic in heart, and possessing terrier characteristics. 2 coat varieties, long and smooth, are recognized. This is long-coated Chihuahua, number 58.
There goes the smallest dog shown today.
That's pretty cool. And the tail hanging over the back.
Sure, and it's very specific in different toy breeds, the way they're supposed to carry their tail, and in a lot of other breeds as well. Yeah, great little showman there. And that's what they're supposed to be, saucy, they said.
Okay.
We want a little saucy guy.
Right, we had spicy.
Yeah, it's great.
A little saucy.
I love when they act like that.
And this is the smooth-coated Chihuahua, genetically the same breed. Legend has it that this diminutive dog was introduced to Europe as a result of the voyages of Christopher Columbus. This is smooth-coated Chihuahua, number 15.
That's what's cool about, you know, the history and tying this to, in this, the 150th event here. Christopher Columbus and this type of dog, that someone can own that breed in today's world.
Sure, and you know, that's why we have purebred dogs, because every dog's established on the way they look, their temperament. You know, everything about it is predictable, and that's why we love the purebred dogs so much.
This is a 3-year-old male, Nacho.
Look at that face. That's great.
It's their show.
The crowd loves it.
Chinese crested was admitted to the toy group in 1991. The breed dates back to at least the early 1500s. They appear to have come from China, although Spanish explorers found them in Mexico and South and Central America. The two types, the hairless and powder puff, are judged by the same standard. This is Chinese crested number 42.
So they just talked about two different coat types. So this is a powder puff. So the coat will be long and flowing down. This dog is in beautiful condition.
I would imagine, you know, it's tough to keep clean, so I don't know if you want them outside playing on the mud.
No, you know, if they have good texture hair, it washes right off, and you just brush it out, any little dirt. If they're correctly made and they're correctly coated, it's not a problem. And a beautiful stack there by Maple, just beautiful. That great carriage going around, looking up at her handler.
Long favored by royalty, the English toy spaniel is nicknamed the Charlie, after its most famous admirers, King Charles I and King Charles II. The English toy is a robust toy spaniel with a distinctive domed head. It is a devoted companion with a charming, merry, and affectionate demeanor. This is English toy spaniel number 23, Blenheim and Prince Charles.
Yeah, they're great with kids and other dogs as well.
Yeah, they're very aristocratic dogs, so they have this, you know, kind of pomp and circumstance about them. And they have this beautiful rounded skull, ears set off to the side of the head, and a great temperament. And a spaniel, we just talked about the temperament, always wagging their tail, always happy.
This don't need a lot of exercise, kind of a casual walk is good enough.
He's a good guy running down. Look at him.
The King Charles and Ruby variety. The original black and tan coloring was said to be a favorite of the King Charles I. The Ruby is a self-colored rich mahogany red. The charming spaniel temperament in a small package and an excellent companion. This is English toy spaniel number 31, King Charles and Ruby.
And it's interesting when we talk about the history and we say a color was favored by a certain leader or king or prince, and you know, that's a lot of what the toy group's built on, is the inherent beauty and the type within each breed. And what may appeal to you with the English toy, you might want to have an Havanese inside you, or an Italian greyhound. And there's such diversity in a toy group. So it's a challenging group to judge because there's so much nuance to it.
And excellent for city dwellers.
The Havanese is the national dog of Cuba. His high head carriage, top line rising slightly from withers to rump, rectangular body, and plumed tail carried over the back make the Havanese outline unmistakable. The unique springy gait sets this breed apart from all other breeds. This is Havanese, number 29.
A breed that needs to have time with family, likes being around people.
The toy breeds were companion dogs, so they adore their families. I mean, that's what they were bred to be, as companions. We've seen David Murray in here with quite a few Havanese through the years, and some Tibetan Terriers as well. And you can see this light carriage, lofty little gait, the top line that has a slight rise to it. And the top line's the back. So when we say top line, that's the vernacular for the back.
A shake of confidence, some quick feet. We're live here in New York. Let's go to the ready ring and check in again with Jamie Little.
Well, Chris, I'm backstage right now, as you mentioned, the Ready Ring, and we have a treat for everyone here today. In honor of the 150th, we have 8 legends of Westminster. Some are group winners, some are best in show, some are a little grayer than the last time we saw them. Look at Wilma, the boxer, and Ribbon. You remember Ribbon just a few years ago. How about Striker, the Samoyed? And Louis, the Afghan hound. And Daniel, the golden retriever. Look at the white face, 12 years old. Daniel, look at this. Once a show dog, always a show dog. And Bono, little Bono, the Havanese. And best in show in 2020, the standard poodle, Seba. And last but not least, best in show 1 year ago, the giant schnauzer, Monty. So exciting to see them back here. And Chris, they are going to take to the ring momentarily, and I have a feeling this crowd will erupt.
Yeah, Jamie, it's great to see, and look at how poised and patient they are. You can tell that they have had success. Yeah, Bono was a big hit. All right, let's check back in with Michael.
The Italian Greyhound is a greyhound in miniature.
Well done.
Its original role was probably both as a hunter of small game and a companion. He is luxury-loving and extremely affectionate, sometimes to the point of neediness, yet being a true hound, he requires exercise and outdoor activities. This is Italian Greyhound, number 27.
And you know, you'll see themes carry through the different groups. So we saw the Greyhound and the Whippet. So now you see another dog that has those hound characteristics with the beautiful curves. The shape is a little different, so don't think that they all have the same shape. They're a little steeper through the croup, and they have a very unique gait as well.
And we're seeing that now.
Just that slight lift off the ground.
Yeah.
You don't want to see the break that we'll see it say in the min pin coming up.
Like a mini hop almost. Oh, there we go.
Off and running.
Somebody cue.
Ready to get the game.
The aristocratic Japanese Chin is one of the oldest of all toy breeds. In 1853, Commodore Perry brought several back from his historic trip to Japan. By the end of the 19th century, they were popular at dog shows in this country. This is a true companion animal of antiquity, style, tradition, and class. This is Japanese Chin, number 11.
I love this breed because they have such a unique carriage about them. They have this little air of arrogance, and you kind of just roll along with what they want to do. They kind of dictate your pace and what you want to see around them, because that's just what a Chin should be. And this is a beautiful example with that correct silky coat, beautiful expressive eye, that startled and astonished look that they should have in the eye.
A 5-year-old male shuffling along.
Maltese have been known for at least 28 centuries, making it easily one of the older breeds. Throughout much of history, royalty and people of refinement have favored this little dog. They are gentle, affectionate, and the sole purpose of this small dog with a long, white, silky, straight hair is to be a companion. This is Maltese, number 20.
This is a breed I actually showed quite a bit of.
Really?
Yeah, I showed a lot of Maltese through the years, and this is a wonderful example of the breed.
How would you describe their personality since you've been up close with them?
Oh, well, they're lively and happy. And, you know, I think the people at home, what you really need to understand is just because you see the dogs in this kind of condition with this beautiful flowing hair, you don't have to have that much hair on the dog. You can do a little puppy clip and cut them down, and they're just as happy that way, too. This is Cookie, you know, and we talked earlier that she might be one that could challenge Comet. And she's putting on a good show tonight. So, you know, Charlotte's going to have to weigh all those little nuances about each breed to determine which dog can win.
We're a little more than halfway through the toy group. Michael Lefebvre will take us through the rest of the group as we continue live from New York. Michael?
Toy Manchester Terrier is a breed apart, a little over 150 years old. This is the toy variety of the Manchester Terrier, named like the larger version for the Manchester, England. The toy came to the United States, and the larger version was an immediate hit with people of taste and discrimination. This is Toy Manchester Terrier, number 21.
Well, no best in show titles, so it's one of those Then have some work to do.
Yeah, but there's been some beautiful toy Manchesters through the years, just like this animal right here.
2-year-old male.
Just a nice way of going, not overstepping. You know, some of the toy breeds, we watch them to see if they lift too much, if it's not required. And this dog gaits perfectly well, and that's something Charlotte's evaluating. We call it the down and back. So they'll go down away from us and back to the judge.
Charlotte Patterson, our judge for the toy group.
Miniature Pinscher is distinctly not a bred-down version of the Doberman Pinscher, as so many people apparently believe. In fact, the toy is by far the older breed. Min Pins are alert, active, fearless, and naturally inquisitive. The Hackney gait, which is a high-stepping, free and easy gait, is correct for the breed. This is Miniature Pinscher, number 8.
Well, that was interesting what Michael was saying about it's not, you know, you don't just shrink the giant.
Right. There's some
Pinscher.
breeds that you think they come from other breeds, and they really don't. So Pinscher just refers to a subset of dogs, not necessarily the Doberman Pinscher per se.
So even though miniature, a pretty valuable watchdog.
Oh yeah, they can certainly sound the alarm, and you know they're feisty little dogs. You know they're always full of character. You can see that right there on that stack, just looking up at the handler, jumping up for a little treat before he moves on. And this is where you'll see that distinctive gait where they actually hackney and they break a little bit at the knuckle.
Papillon is French for butterfly, and the ears on this elegant toy dog resemble wings. This breed was favored by the French monarchy in the 16th and 1700s. This Royal Spaniel comes in 2 varieties. The Papillon has direct, erect ears, and the Féline, French for moth, has drop ears. This is Papillon, number 25.
And this is a dog that had a great career. So if, you know, we want to talk about some of the other dogs when we talk about rankings, and when I say they have a chance and, you know, they're considered a top-ranked dog, that's what we're talking about. Because there's a lot of unranked dogs, but this dog ended up the number 2 toy dog in America last year. So this is a big contender in this group as well.
Papillon.
Putting on a great show. Look at that. Those
Papillon
beautiful
has
ears.
one best in show from 1906, and that is a good gait, good looking dog with a little spunk.
The Pekingese has long been one of the most popular of all toy breeds. His tapering hindquarters, massive front end and mane earn him the name Lion Dog. The standard calls for an unhurried, dignified, and rolling gait, as you can see here. He dates to the 8th century in China, where he was considered sacred. This is Pekingese, number 9.
Is there a dog in there somewhere?
There is, and they're actually, it's a really, you saw her pick the dog up, so she was trying to feel they should be heavier in front than they are behind. So they shouldn't just feel kind of like a bread box. They should be pear-shaped.
And the name is Lumpy.
Lumpy.
I think Harry would cover it, but
Right.
this crowd is, by the way, it's a great crowd tonight. They've really been
It's
all
a
over
packed
it.
house. They've come to love Pekingese. We've seen a lot of Pekingese do well here through the years.
Yeah, Wasabi in 2021 with Best in Show.
Yeah, there's Malachi, there's Beeswings.
Oh boy. What?
There you go. Lumpy's putting on a good show.
I want to see, yeah, I mean, do his leg fold up? What happened there? Like folding chairs.
Like I said, it's a lot of work. Look at that.
Oh, there it is.
That
Okay.
nice little,
that's cool.
little tongue out.
And the wave.
That's great. You can see his little feet moving the right way.
It's the only dog to do the wave all by itself.
Pomeranian is a Nordic Spitz breed that takes its name from the German province of Pomerania. They have been bred down from their original 20 to 30 pound herding and sled pulling ancestors to the 3 to 7 pound size today. These spirited and loyal dogs excel in the show ring, at companion events, and as therapy dogs. This is Pomeranian, number 29.
So with the Westminster Week, there's a big showcase of toy dogs called Progressive Dog Club. And it actually counts for a best in show, but it's only toy dogs being shown. And this Pomeranian won both of them. Beat everybody. So as you can see, it's an endearing little dog. Great on his legs. And he's doing that to collect it, you know. So he went out, he wanted to make sure when he came back to Charlotte that the dog was composed, not too crazy and happy and wild and having a great time, because that crowd really sends him off. So he's trying to just, you know, sometimes the crowd does make the dogs get more excited, and he just wants to take his time and bring them back. And look at him just looking. It's like, are we going to go?
He's got him intense. Look at those eyes. I mean, a 2-year-old, and we saw Nacho smiling, and this looks like Asian who.
They love it. They love it out there. This is what brings them up. It's so great.
Having a good time, as are we.
This is the smallest variety of poodles, a diminutive copy of the miniature and standard poodle, never in excess of 10 inches tall. The toy should have the same structure, intelligence, attitude, and beauty as the larger members of his family, and the same elegant style and grooming. This is toy poodle number 39.
So when we talk about rankings, this dog's on paper isn't ranked. This dog came from Japan.
Why is it not ranked?
Because it was shown in Japan and they brought him
Not
over here.
Okay.
Yeah, so this dog probably had a great career in Japan, but you know, this is the international appeal to bring dogs over here. And Toshi, the handler, is the breeder as well, and he's bred some beautiful poodles through the years. Very skilled man in the breed, and he's taking a bow. What a good kid.
Yeah, Japan with 5 entries. We mentioned the 17 countries we've already seen from Poland and from Cuba. Canada again with the most from outside the United States.
The pug certainly originated in China, the next appearing in Japan and then Europe in the 16th century. He quickly became the darling of European nobility. Pugs combine cocky confidence with a friendly, sensitive, and sincere nature. They are especially good with children. This is Pug number 31.
And as we celebrate a century and a half of this event, 1877, first year entered here, and so the pug, one of the oldest breeds of dogs, and one Best in Show title that came in 1981.
Yes, and this is a breed that Charlotte's very familiar with. She bred these, and she did it on such a high level. And we don't see a lot of black pugs, and I've seen this dog, and this dog is a real stunner. So I think Charlotte could really fall in love with this dog.
So if a judge is that much aligned with a certain breed, are they extra careful when making
I
decisions
think they're
with
pretty
that
hard
harsh-
on
yeah.
all. She'll be difficult with all toy dogs. You know, she has such a discerning eye, and so for her to use a pug, it's gonna, you know, she's gonna really have to appreciate it. Look at that guy go.
A favorite breed of the Russian aristocracy, the Russian toy is elegant, athletic, and cheerful. They are known for their playfulness and devotion as companion dogs. The breed can have a smooth or a long coat and comes in 6 colors. This is Russian toy number 17.
This is Clyde, a 3-year-old male. Of course, we're at the home of the Knicks. You think of Clyde, think of Walt Frazier.
Sure.
And the crowd, they're like when the Knicks beat the Lakers the other night. They're just as loud here at the Garden.
They love their dogs. And you know, this is an interesting breed because they're kind of ornamental with the hair off the ears, and they can be smooth too. So, you know, they have 2 different types.
Breed
Coming right back, looking up, ready to go, just jumping away, off we go.
Surviving a couple of times when the breed was almost wiped out, but 2 different times in the early years have survived successfully.
The Shih Tzu was originally developed in China's imperial courts by crossing ancient Chinese and Tibetan breeds. Later, the Shih Tzu flourished in England and has now become popular in the United States. While the show dog wears a long flowing coat, family pets look charming and are easier to maintain in a variety of short clips. This is Shih Tzu number 11.
I don't know how often comments come around, but
This one keeps circling the earth because he's done a lot here.
won each of the last 2 years.
He is now the top winning toy dog of all time. Luke Eric and his wife Diane have done a beautiful job in this breed. And, you know, there's no small task to make a dog top dog of an entire group.
Yeah, Luca and Diana were AKC Breeders of the Year back in 2023.
Yeah, it's a tribute to their longevity and dedication to this difficult breed. And Common's putting on a nice show tonight with his carriage and just walking at a nice moderate pace.
At the age of 5.
Silky Terrier is a toy with the heart of a terrier. The breed originated in Australia and said to be a cross between an Australian Terrier and the Yorkshire Terrier. The breed was first shown in Australia in 1907, but not in the United States until the early 1950s. This is Silky Terrier, number 17.
This is a hardy little dog. I really enjoy this breed. You know, they're sturdy and they're kind of rough and tumble a little bit. I just think their temperaments are great.
And aren't they confused, excuse me, with the Yorkie sometimes?
Sure, and they're not, the coat is different, the coat color is a little different, the body and proportion shape is different, the head and eye and ears carriage.
These are larger than...
Yeah, they are. I love it, they're always determined. They really do have a little of that terrier spunk to them.
Right around for me, please.
And off and running, here we go.
Winding down the toy group.
Toy Fox Terrier joined the AKC Toy Group in 2003. Bred down from Smooth Fox Terriers, the Toy Fox combines a spirited terrier attitude with the typical affectionate personality of a toy dog. These fun-loving little dogs love human companionship, and they make great show dogs. Agility dogs are wonderful pets. This is Toy Fox Terrier number 9.
The dark kind of sparkling eyes. There's a, I guess he agrees with me there.
Well, you know, and that's great that you see those things because we want that lustrous expression. We want them, you know, depending on what type of breed they are, sometimes we want a soft and calm expression. Sometimes we want that really intense expression, and that's really what sets each breed apart.
Stop and look.
Wants a personality to go with the standard and the look. Yeah, when Jamie was reporting earlier, you could hear a lot of barking in the background.
Right.
People
There's a lot of spunk out there.
Dogs speaking up.
The Yorkshire Terrier traces its roots to the Terriers of Scotland and North England. Yorkies were a distinct breed by 1870 and first shown at Westminster in 1878. Today's Yorkie retains the hallmark of the breed, an ideal dark blue silk body coat, high head carriage of a shaded golden tan, and of course, the self-importance of a toy terrier. This is Yorkshire Terrier number 9.
You just saw Mrs. Patterson pick the coat up and drop it. And that's to assess the coat texture. You see how lustrous and shiny it is? That's so important. And also that dark steel blue color. And that's what she's looking for. She's looking to make sure that that coat color and texture is really correct, because that is one of the hallmarks of the Yorkshire Terrier. And I'd be remiss, you know, Charlotte looks great tonight, and she's befitting of being in the toy group because she just looks as elegant as all the toy breeds do. And little Shaggy's going right to her.
He said I like her.
Shaggy fell in love with Charlotte Patterson tonight. Maybe Charlotte has a new pet to take home.
Arnold Schwarzenegger and Simon Cowell have owned and do own Yorkies.
He's gone right along. Perfect little dog. Great show tonight.
25 in the toy group. And Charlotte Patterson will have to pick the group winner.
Yes, Affenpinscher.
So we have the Affenpinscher. The smooth coat Chihuahua. The Chinese crested.
Sir. Maltese.
We have the Maltese. And the Pekingese. the pug. And the Shih Tzu. She has her work cut out for her tonight. Those are some great dogs out there tonight. And I have to say, every one of them look great. You know, none of them are losing on their showmanship. So.
I mean, it's a cool group. Some have a kind of a cuteness. Some there's an elegance to them. Some there's a.
Oh, she's making her decision already. We have coming out. The Pomeranian and the pug and the Shih Tzu.
Sir, you're supposed to be right up here. Right up here for me, please. Let's take these 4 right around together. Let's go. Go.
And that's the way they're going to be, I believe.
The winner is the Maltese. Who is the Pomeranian?
The Maltese is the winner.
It looks like the Pomeranian went second, the pug went third, and the Shih Tzu went fourth.
Could this be the first Best in Show win for the Maltese? This Maltese has a shot, as we mentioned, the female who has won Best in Show.
Yeah, Cookie looked great tonight. Just put on a great show. Perfect condition. That coat looked lustrous.
The 150th Westminster Kennel Club Dog Show is sponsored by Cosequin Joint Health Supplements. Support your dog's joint health with Cosequin. Let's head to Jamie Little.
Well, maybe it was an omen. We showed this dog first on the pre-show as he gets his beautiful ribbon, Tim. Cookie was a showstopper, and it wasn't easy for the judge. What set this dog apart tonight?
Oh, I don't know. I think she just had a great performance. She was on top of her game, and she loved being out here.
So what do you do in New York City now? 24 hours, you get to come back here in the big ring and go for Best in Show.
Just try to stay cool. Which in this weather, it's easy.
And a lot of primping and a lot of brushing.
Yeah, of course.
Congratulations. Well done, Cookie girl.